Hello everyone, and welcome back to Global Spec Racing. We're here at the Yas Marina circuit in Abu Dhabi for round 15 of Tier 4 Season 4. Joining me, Tier 2 NF1 once again in the booth is Ryan Ocon 31. How you doing, mate? Don't even get me started. Yeah. Yeah, some drama in the session already as RJ, he hasn't really served his one-shot quality because he's only just gone out. So, I did message him about that. So, yeah, he might be in a bit of trouble for that if the stewards deem that as pen-worthy. But yeah, as you said, Soren, he was not crowned last weekend, even though we did officially do it. He's not yet because Daryl did manage to win on penalties, but this time out it's very likely that Soren will clinch it because Daryl needs to get at least second in order to keep the championship going, and Soren can score sixth or higher, and that will be the championship as well. So Soren is he's in a very good position right now to win it, and what a weekend it would be to win it as well. It's very odd. You can try. I mean,
is it included now? Let me check.
I don't know.
Let me see if it's included now. Let me check. Can they hear me through the stream? All right, it is. Sorry. Yeah, no, I was just saying how we hope for, if people do not hear what I was saying beforehand. Wow, 50 viewers already. How about that? No, I was gonna say.
Very
no, I was saying. I apologize. I was saying how, you know what, Tier 2 didn't have an actual race, a points race. We had a social race instead. I practiced 4 hours for that. I was disappointed. Tier 3 had a race. Not the best attendance, but had a race, and we're back for Tier 4. Not only do we hope to have a race, which we're going to have today, but we hope to have a clean race, because the last 2 weeks were not great stewarding-wise, and if I see that again, I might want to bleach my eyes. That's what I was saying, but, yeah, I just got done commentating another race prior to this, and a couple of these drivers were there. Novak was there. He didn't have the best of races, but I hope he can do well for Merck, and you know what? At a race like Abu Dhabi, and a weekend like this, Mercedes need to keep themselves within the combined constructors championship by having both finishes from Novak and Clarkson, and due to Mercedes, because Haas Boomer is the only McLaren in this race. So the combined constructors is something to focus on. So are the regular constructor standings. 8 is still close, and we might have some teams out of it after today, but regardless if we do or not, I think we're going to have a championship for constructors that actually goes down to the final race for the tier constructors.
Well, the absence of Tier 2 definitely helped you guys, because you legit, I think you half the gap in Tier 3, and it could go down even further here at Abu Dhabi. But going back to Soren, I'm actually quite impressed with his pace, considering he has been up all night. Big thank you, Soren, for doing the Le Mans updates. Really appreciate that. But but I hope he's now all right after that, and he looks to be all right, because he seems to be well rested, and fingers crossed then he can bring this championship home, because you know he probably should have won it last weekend, but But in the end, it should be his weekend finally, and once again under the darkness. Well, to be honest, I wouldn't mind if it goes to Brazil, but it's highly unlikely that it will at this stage.
Very. Yeah, I know a lot of people are noticing. By the way, apparently RJ already blocked the lap for Clark, so that might be an additional penalty for RJ, considering he was out there for longer on the one shot. With the one shot, I mean, you might need to clarify it for next season 8, but to my knowledge, you need to be out there just immediately after applying your setup and stuff like that. You can't just stay in the garage and go out when the track evolves, and that would be beneficial to people. Let's say if it were to rain, because you know what, at the start of the session, let's say it's wet, and then it dries up. You know what, you did your one shot, you're done. That's the way it goes. You might need to clarify that, but I know that's probably not going to be the only thing that will need to be clarified.
The rules in general, they need badly updated.
And you know what,
for season 9,
yeah. I mean, that's not only your guys' fault too, because it can't fully be blamed on you guys too. I mean, the rules are a little bit outdated as well. So obviously, with it being a next game coming up soon, 2-3 weeks till that, actually 2 weeks to be exact, I should say, but 2.5, whatever. Well, 2 weeks till then. I think the good thing is though, is that it's a brand new F1 game, so brand new racing, brand new rules, brand new everything, and
brand new cars.
Exactly.
It'd be interesting to see then how these drivers, how quickly they adapt, because the thing is, because you've got brand new cars, we could have completely different people at the top, because the thing is, even though, I'll take Ras for an example, he was up there, but not as much on F1 2020. All of a sudden, F1 2021, he swept the bloody game. Yeah. So it's been quite amazing how he's managed to do that. Soren now comes into the three-way chicane. But and also the likes of, well, I guess you could say Soren, because he wasn't completely on the pace. I know that's kind of thanks to him being in tier 3. But all of a sudden, we come into Tier 4 Season 4, and he's swept the championship. So it's been very interesting to see how they how it correlates, and also I'd be interested to see how the drivers, how quickly they adapt to the new cars once F1 22 comes around at the start of July.
Yeah, I mean, with the way the game is looking, it's looking to be promising. I can't imagine what multiplayer will be like, because you know what? I mean, we've had hopes for F1 games. I mean, this one probably was the only one I didn't for 21. But you know what? I've had hope for this next one. This game I didn't have hope for, and it clearly showed. But this next one I have hope for. It's just the multiplayer that we're hoping to be fixed. By the way, I don't know why my mic's glitchy through this stream. I noticed that, but no, I was gonna say this one I have hope for F1 22. Yeah, I apologize, but hey, this one I think I have a lot more hope for it. We just need the multiplayer to be good, multiplayer to be fixed, and I saw in the chat a mention of good luck to Soren. It is a bit of drama, because you know what, he was penalized post-race last week, which cost him a chance at clinching last week. And you know what, we did all that interview, and I think we'll do it again. By the way, to those who are wondering, because of the social race for tier 2 instead of the actual points race, it's Vapor JS who does get it clinched though too, because he didn't have it clinched before. Now he does, so obviously that's great for him. McLaren, they win the tier 2 constructors as well, and with 2.5 minutes left in the session, Clarkson's got a really big lead in the qualifying session, where he's 5/10 ahead of the next driver.
But as we know from Saudi, not necessarily representative of the pace. And if there's anything I took from tier 3, qualifying doesn't make any difference if your tyre temps are skyrocketing, especially through turns 2 and 3, where I know you crashed, Ryan. A lot of other people crashed, and it was a bit of a mess, the tier 3 race. But hopefully tier 4, I'm keeping everything crossed that it'll be better than Jeddah. To be honest, anything can be better than Jeddah now I think about it.
Yeah, I mean, you know what, my crash was pretty embarrassing for me, just because I think that wouldn't have happened if I didn't be a little more careful. I was being careful too, but I just wasn't careful enough, I guess. And you know what? I think in the tier 2 social race I showed a lot of pace, so I just simply want to win. I have not won in 3 seasons in GSR, so I think that was the big frustration from it, and like that whole weekend, or this whole weekend, I should say, was just a bit of a frustrating one, I mean, you get wondering, it's like, when am I going to win again? I've won here once, but only once, and that was 3 seasons ago, and it's like, it's starting to get frustrating. I don't usually...
Was that your first one?
The China, yeah, that was my first and only one, I'm pretty sure.
Damn.
I want to say it was, unless there were... No, sorry, I have 2 wins here. The one from Canada, season 4, and then the one from, season 3, tier 2, I think, yeah, tier 2, and then China season 5. I was gonna say, I thought I had one more. I thought I had one more. I didn't think for a moment. Look, I mean, you know what? That's how much I've been out of the league. I forgot a lot, but we're gonna have the final closing laps here in a minute 8. I'm gonna get to that in just a moment, but just wanted to mention quickly before we get to that, though. Tier 3, I call it heartburn turn up there going up the hill, and it really is heartburn turn because you know what? A race like mine, I've called it that since after 2020 for those wondering, 2019. But for those wondering though, I mean, my race was just completely out. I was second at the end of lap 1. I crashed there in that turn, lap 2, and race done. So you know what? That's the turn we'll focus on for the drivers, but qualifying...
We won't say why, because it was a bit embarrassing, but
it was, but hey,
it's fine.
Qualifying, looking like it's about to be over. We have drivers coming to the line, completing laps. I think
Boomer just goes on the... No, never mind.
Yeah, he just
never
started
mind.
a lap. Clarkson boarded that lap, going back to the pit lane, so he knew he wasn't going to make it. There's an Aston Martin who's out there. That's Logivic. He's currently a 10th down on his lap. He's looking to get any better. But I will say, Clarkson has had the great speed in qualifying this season. He's just not been able to convert it to the races, and you know what? He could take a first win today if he's able to convert it to the races. But Logivic is our first driver to cross the line. Oh, invalidates.
He invalidates though, so that's not great for the Brit then. I'll go through race penalties after the race. Has Boomer then. Oh, that's a bit of a dodgy line through turn 9.
Dark turns next. Never mind. Reports.
He's way down though. So into the 3-way chicane comes Has Boomer and asked if there's any guys ahead of him. Spriggsy I think is ahead of him, but I don't know if he's on an improving lap. Jesse 2 then on the mediums. Mike, he's done a Riles. He's done a Riles.
Naviak crosses the line.
Out
Spriggs
the final corner
next.
comes Spriggsy.
Yep.
Duga then 4 tenths up, but he's only just going to get the 36s.
He invalidates.
Oh, Dugo spins though. Has Boomer then, and I think that is it then. So then it's Clarkson then on pole by just 2 tenths from Jezzy 2, which I call him. And then Has Boomer then in P3 with Dark Soren in P4, currently in the position to win the championship. P5 then is Sam the Nip with P6 is Spriggsy, P7 is Logivic, P8 is Dugo, P9 is Daryl, P10 is RJ, P11 is Josh, P12 is Navek, P13 is Sky, P14 is Joe, P15 is Angelo, and P16 and running off our grid is Luck Smasher.
I thought Clarkson's qualifying pace was really good, and even it was, but in the P2 spot, in the number 2, Jesse number 2, ended up doing that on
He's
the
starting
mediums.
on the better tyres.
He is starting on the better
100%.
tires. You know what? Could go medium, soft. Could go soft, medium, soft, medium. You know what? We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
And Harry started on the hards in tier 3, and he got a podium from that. So you know what? The 2 stops preferred, but you know what? Could we see the 1 stop be helpful? And starting on the mediums is RJ and Jesse number 2 in the top 10. They get their tire up in the top 10.
Oh yeah. Clarkson and RJ though, they do have 5-second penalties for the race, so that could be interesting.
Who does? Oh, by the way.
Clarkson and RJ.
Okay.
So it's not all going to be plain sailing for Clarkson, and of course you've got to survive 28 laps around it as it gradually gets darker throughout the race with the beautiful hotel in the background. So it'd be interesting then to see then which of these guys come out on top, and can Soren finally clutch the championship, because he is in the position to do so, with Daryl quite a bit down the order at the moment, but again, only time will tell.
Soren has showed this whole season in Tier 4, regardless of if he clinches the championship today or not, which he will, I would assume. But regardless of if he does clinch it today or not, one thing he has shown this whole season is you don't have to be the fastest driver, but you have to be the driver who is A, most consistent, B, survives the most, and C, simply just does what you need to and is patient. And you know what? He's done just that this season, which has got him 40 or so points ahead. And today it looks to be clinched with 10 seconds till formation lap.
Yeah, potentially. So, let us know in the Twitch chat who you guys reckon could win this race, and do you reckon Soren can take the championship? So here we go then. They now pull away with Clarkson and Jesse leading the field. Ryan, I think you might have the stream a bit too close to your mic because I can hear it.
Yeah, well, that's at 4 volume. Okay, I didn't realize it was that. Wow, that's bad. I do want to mention.
It's fine.
Yeah, I do want to mention. I think I made a mistake there. I do think Clarkson has a win. That being back at Hungary. I just want to check. Yes, he does. I apologize about that. I did get that fact checked, but it would be a second win though if he did get a win. He does have the 5-second penalty to spare. Did you want me to go over drivers who I think will be favorites or no? By the way,
sure. I mean, we don't normally do that, but sure, you can if you want.
Why not? You know what? I mean, you know what? With a couple races to go, 2 races to go, and the championship that looks like it'll be clinched today, why not? I'm gonna, you know what? Haas Boomer. I think he's somebody who makes a lot of noise. He's very exciting to watch. He's improved a lot throughout the season. He ran the Tier 3 races in reserve earlier this week. So, you know what? He has a lot of experience, just like Soren does. So, you know what? Maybe he uses that to his advantage. But he's starting in a better spot than he did in Jeddah. Hopefully not going to get taken out this time. And I think that works to his advantage. I'm also going to go with Lux Smasher starting outside the top 10 in the mediums. Dark Soren's teammate. I don't know what the constructors look like, Abe, but Red Bull I know are in the top 2. So you know what? Avoid the trouble, Lux Smasher. Improve in
I need to check this actually.
And you'll do well. Yeah, sorry. Red Bull 10 points ahead of Williams. Then Aston Martin are 19 back. So yeah, Red Bull, they have a race today. If they
19 points to print the top 3.
Yeah, they could do very
Mental.
well. That's crazy. Crazy.
I don't reckon Aston Martin are gonna. They may not be in contention, but I reckon it could be a fierce battle between Red Bull and Williams, with of course Jesse 2 and Soren being up there. Of course, Lux Smasher could also make his way through the field, as you said, but RJ's going to struggle a little bit with that 5 second. But if he can overhaul that, you never know, as they now line up on the grid.
A lot can happen
for the start of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix under the floodlights.
You know what? We're used to seeing this as the finale, but it's the second to last race, final night race of the season, and on this game.
Oh, yeah. Tunable Sky then. Lots into position. The only guy on the hard tyres. Could be interesting to see then. How many positions he gains then. Here we go then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights in Abu Dhabi.
Oh, no.
A lot of jump starts. It's lights out and away we go. And it's a great start from Clarkson there. It's a great start from Sam the Nick, and he hasn't got a penalty. Trying to go up the inside of Hasboomer, but Hasboomer collects him a little bit, but somehow they keep it together. Then Clarkson then remains in the lead. We've got a little bit of contact. Somehow they all make it through. No, they don't, because Navak and RJ have made contact going through turn 3. But meanwhile, it's Clarkson who leads from Jesse 2, from Hasboomer, from Spriggsy, from Sam, from Lojovic, from Soren, from Daryl, from Dugo, and from Josh. Apart from that instant, though, pretty good start considering Tier 4, as here comes Jesse 2 now on Clarkson. Clarkson moving across. Sam the Nick then on Spriggsy. Going down in towards turn 8. I'm losing my breath already. And side by side between these two. Does Sam get it? Spriggsy gets the better exit. They're going side by side a little bit like they did in Jeddah. Still side by side as they now head into the 3-way chicane at turn 11. Okay. But Sam the Nick, he gets pushed, but he gets that one.
So Navak had no front wing, and he missed the chicane at turn 5. I don't know if that 10-second will stay. I think it might be reduced maybe if he chooses to appeal it. But yeah, good first lap from Clarkson. He kept the lead there. He did a good job of it. And same with Jesse in the mediums, though, considering what he had. By the way, Joe Hamster, I mentioned him for a second. He gone 3 wide with somebody into the second turn. And yeah, no way that was going to work keeping it 3 wide there on the inside. RJ also has damage, I believe, so I think the back 3 will be in the pit this time for damage.
Soren's in. Oh, okay.
Does he have damage?
Oh, okay.
Let's see.
What is this from the championship? He does have damage.
That is crucial for the Constructors' Championship aid.
Oh
both
boy,
Red Bulls
both
are in.
They're serving the drive-throughs.
Right.
Never mind.
Well, no, a couple went in
Soren
for.
goes onto the mediums.
Yeah, well, a couple went in for drive-throughs, and I think Soren and someone else pitted for
Soren, RJ, and Navik
damage to repair. Sorry, damage.
Oh, dude goes out. Where was that? That was on the exit of turn 7.
Oof.
So, and he's spun off there. I don't know if that's going to be a safety car. Looking like it's not. But Sam the Nick and Spriggsy goes side by side. I've just caught that. Spriggsy gets a good exit though off turn 9. Now going down towards turn 11 to 3-way chicane. They're still going side by side. Can Spriggsy get it this time? But Sam the Nick then is on the inside. Does he have the better line? They're going to go side by side through the 3-way chicane, and Spriggsy with a brilliant move on Sam there. Just the right amount of aggressiveness.
He was doing some good switchbacks there, Spriggsy wasn't. Yeah, smart from Sam the Nick. You know, back off and avoid collision there because you don't want to go side by side to that other part of it. The good thing about F122 though is that we'll see the updated version of that section, that chicane. You won't have drivers fearing about colliding there. You'll have
there won't be a chicane.
There won't be a chicane, exactly. You'll have basically a hairpin, so people can go side by side through there at least.
Jesse 2 now faster lap, no surprise, as he is now trying to gain on Clarkson. He might do it this lap, to be honest, because he is very, very close to the back of the Mercedes. That's Darrell, the other championship contender.
He's got no front wing.
And he is now in the wall as well. The last time out's race winner, and it is going down the drain for both our championship contenders now. I think about it.
You know what?
Not been a good day for them, Christ.
Sorry to cut in, Nate. I apologize, but I think it's worth mentioning though. If front wing change, I can't believe that. If Darrell doesn't get this championship now, or at least have a chance, is Sam the Nick gonna have a chance to take second in the championship? Because before this race, he was 12 points behind, and he's currently running 5th. By the way, we have a battle for the lead.
Indeed we do, as Jesse's cousin, or Jesse 2, is all over the back of Clarkson now, but he does stay ahead of the Brit behind him. Soren Luck Smasher lets his teammate through. Wise decisions there from the two Germans. As Hasbro. This is now allowing Hasboomer to gain on them, as Angelo and Tunable Sky. I think Angelo's got that one. No surprise, because he's on the mediums versus Sky, who's on the hards. But Hasboomer then, he's closing. I don't know where this pace has come from, but the American is really, really closing. And there's the proof.
Yep, exactly. 2-3 tenths faster than Clarkson was that lap, 4 tenths faster than Jesse. And you know what? If Jesse can keep this pace up when he goes to the softs, he's going to be flying. Darrell mentioned about giving up. I've said to him, no, don't give up. A lot could still happen, Tier 4, we saw last week, Lojovic got a podium, and guess what? He was freaking nowhere. He was nowhere at the beginning of the race. You know what? He really wasn't a factor. And you know what? A lot can happen. It's GSR Tier 4. It could rather turn into a cluster of a race. It can be a very clean race, but people end up getting into trouble. You just don't know what could happen, Aiden. Here we go, once again for the lead.
Yeah, in my opinion, Darrell should take advice from the 2Ls, Lojovic and Lamont. Oh dear. The Clarkson has got a very, very bad exit, and this could be Jesse 2's opportunity now. He's had the better pace, and does Jesse 2 get it now? Yes, he does. The Williams is now up into the lead, and likelihood is he's going to absolutely storm away.
Darrell made an incredible save off that curb on the second to last turn, and I just don't know how he kept it on the wall. He was inches away from that wall, Aid. You know what? That's a turn that could catch people out too. I know I mentioned the heartburn turn, but guess what? That might be a turn that can catch people out too. The second to last turn. Just do not touch that orange part, I guess. The orange part of the left side, don't touch it.
Yeah.
My God.
Turn 19 is also
Yeah.
a turn that can really catch people out.
He was.
There are.
Inches.
Whoa, Clarkson with a bit of a Desi 2 now with the fastest lap, as Clarkson got quite a bit of oversteer off the final corner. Sam the Nick and Spriggsy still duking it out, as are Logivic, so these three still very much together, and as is Angelo and Sky. To be fair, as Soren is now gaining on Sky, so it's now going to be a three-way battle between these three, I guess. As now Angelo goes a bit wide, allowing Sky to catch up. Clarkson is still within that 1 second. It's looking like Clarkson has good pace for that first sector, yet he's not managing to gain as much in the final sector.
He's also got
perhaps Jesse. Joe's out.
That
Joe
is a safety car.
17th. There we go.
I was just about to mention, Aid, that Clarkson, you mentioned the time lost. He recently won actually in the top three with an ERS in the 10%. Everyone else had kept it 70 or above, but this clearly helps him. So you know what? Fair game, back in it, and recharge, relax, and we'll be back in this. And get your hamsters out of the race. That sucks.
Darryl now comes in again. Interestingly, now
but
comes to the mediums.
He can
them to the end.
Do that and get away with it because he was just on the verge of getting lapped, and you know what he said, I won't get lapped if I pit under the safety car, and he did. So you know what, that works out well for him.
However, it's a double-edged sword because whilst it does allow Clarkson to get, Jesse 2's in already. I'm very surprised at that, considering he's on the mediums. But as I was saying, Clarkson, it's a double-edged sword because it does allow him to recharge his ERS, but at the same time, it makes his 5-second penalty all the more effective.
Right, and Jesse's going to another pair of mediums. So what I'm wondering here is he trying to extend this stint on mediums to where he'll actually go soft to the end, Aid? This is possible.
I don't know.
But the thing is, though, there are people, I know it will be a two-stop, but there are already people who've changed tires where Jesse is not, so we'll have to do another pit stop at least at some point, right?
Haas Boomer he's overtaken Clarkson on the pit exit. It wasn't even in the pit. The pit exit. I don't know how he's done that, but all right.
Okay.
Do you have any idea how tight that pit exit is? I don't know where he found the pace to do that, but you know what? Fair play to the American, but again, I don't get that.
How many races he's been a bit of a boomer, which kind of puts his name, pretty fairly. But you know what? That was one of his better moves right there. I applaud him for that. I did not expect that at all. Fair play. You know what? It's rare you get a position like that, and it's rare you just say, hey, I'm done being stuck behind somebody. I'm going to overtake him on the pit exit. You know what? But he did that. He did that. Fair play. Fair play. You know what? Fair play. And you know what? It's going to work in his favor because although Joshua Stevens stayed out, net lead, Haas Boomer, Jesse's cousin, the top two instead of Jesse Clarkson now. So this has worked into his favor perfectly.
It just gets worse for Clarkson now because I don't know why Spriggsy's so close to the back of him. He's almost pushing him. It is only the safety car. I hope Josh doesn't do the same as what. Who was it?
My God.
Woodsy, I think it was. Oh my God, he was close to the safety car.
Well, Jesse's cousin has got a 5 second,
me.
and I think Spriggsy's going to have one coming his way because he's right on the back of Clarkson and hit him right there while Nick had to avoid him too. So, I mean, come on, guys. You guys got to leave a gap onto these safety cars. You know, you were warned previously to not try to catch the safety cars.
Jesse
so
2's got wing damage. Just noticed that.
Net lead. Haas Boomer.
End plate's gone. So he now comes in again. He's going to serve his 5 seconds, and that will not be removed because he'll be allowed to catch up to the rest of the field. So he's now. That's a set of softs. All right.
It's gonna have a 5 second for him to be served as well. Therefore, that's gone now. So that's served, and you know if he's going softs, he's not going to go soft to the end 8. So you know what?
No. Might go back onto the medians because he basically didn't go on them.
Right. So you know what? I mean,
yeah.
you're only going to have 2% wear on them, so that's not too bad. That's okay.
Yeah.
But it will be all about how Haas-Boomer and Clarkson and the rest of the whole field manages this, because they have to get by Joshua Stephen, who's yet to pit, and he's not the only one who's yet to pit. Luck Smasher the same way too. He's looking to extend, and so is Angelo.
Yeah. But now, well, Jesse 2, who was effectively the fastest guy on the circuit, he could be out of the equation. He might not be, but he could be. That now kind of leaves it battling to the rest of the field. If anything, Haas-Boomer is probably the stronger one, and he has the track position over these guys. But again, we'll have to see, because Jesse 2 somehow got out in front of Darrell. Darrell that far behind that he must have been.
Before the safety car, he was nearly a lap down, so, and he did pit again, and then you know what, that happened. So safety car's in. Yep. By the way, if you guys haven't promoted it already, I just want to mention SilentX Designs. We've not mentioned that in a little while. 8, go check them out. You know what? I've not heard many commentators mention that in a little while. Commentators, I'm kidding. But hey, in all seriousness, it's okay. We forget about things. We all do.
Do you want another ban? I'm joking.
I mean, you know what? You'd be the one to do it, probably. But you know, I already have 3. I don't mind taking 4. No, I don't really mind taking 4.
Oh my god, here we
go.
What?
SilentX Energy. Check them out. Anyway, safety car.
Alright then, so now.
I'll let you get it.
so now.
That was a bit of fun.
Josh now, he's gonna be leading the safety car. It's looking like he's not backing him up as much as Woodsy was, thankfully, yesterday.
Yeah.
So he's he's doing all right. Oh my god.
I can't. That was too funny.
Alright then. So then. My god, he's backing him up now. Christ, he's doing basically what Woodsy was doing. He's not going as slowly as Woodsy was going, but okay. So here we go then. He's leaving it very late, I must say. Now he goes, and it's been a great start from Josh, and he is already on to lap 8 with Haas-Boomer following behind, as Lojovic is now trying it on Sam. And Soren's trying it on Angelo round the outside at turn 1. I don't think that's an overtaking opportunity. As Angelo does some very creative track limits there, but he keeps that on the road. As now it's actually quite close between the whole field. I've got to be honest.
Back of the field got close.
2 and Navek.
Yeah, I was just
going close. Navek tries it up the inside, but he does not try to stop. I know you're having an aneurysm pretty much every single time.
It's okay.
Someone tries to overtake, but
flashbacks. I've got some trauma from that.
Sam Shaw and Spriggsy up the inside into turn 8. Switchback chicane. That's Lojovic.
For the lead, this is in close aid.
Oh, here comes Haas-Boomer now, using the airs, but Josh is using them as well. He wants to keep them behind as long as possible, but not quite able to do so. Spriggsy is close to Sam, back of him, as is Lojovic. Jesse 2 is already past Lock Smasher and RJ, so he's absolutely charging. As now into 17 goes Josh with Haas only just behind him. Tunable Sky and Angelo also having a bit of a ding-dong battle. Sky get that into 17? I'd be very impressed if he did.
Yeah,
but
he did.
Oh my god, what a move that was.
Through the chicane there, got alongside him, got ahead. You know what, I'm also mentioning, we're going through the final corner now, something we saw in previous seasons of GSR, we have a crash somewhere.
That is Angelo.
What?
And Jesse's cousin, he's hit the pit barrier.
And we have a safety car.
Another safety car.
5 second for Angelo.
I can't judge that because I have no idea if that was understeer or if he deliberately crashed that.
I don't think anybody would deliberately crash when they're that far back in the field and they got a chance still with a long way to go. I would hope not. But what I will say,
he did lose his front wing though.
Yeah, so. Angelo has to. Well, maybe, who knows? Angelo does have to repair the front wing as we're under safety car once again. This does give Joshua a chance to pit. Same with anybody else who's yet to pit. Just like Luck Smasher. But one thing I was going to mention, Nate, is something we've seen here in previous seasons in GSR is that final corner. That final corner when drivers are pushing way too much at the end of the race. they spin out or clip the curb, and they end up going in the inside wall on that right side of the pit wall, I should say. And I wouldn't be surprised if this race we see that happen again, and it's another occurrence. We saw it with the pit wall already, with literally the pit wall with Jesse, Jesse number 2.
Yeah.
So, you know what? If we see it, expect that to be late in the race. And I just thought I'd bring that up because I just remembered that from F1 2019 in this league. That was something we did see happen. So just a thought for later in the race.
It's not the only pit incident we've seen this season.
Oh dear.
Suzuka flashbacks.
I think any race flashbacks.
Oh, well,
Not every
not
race,
necessarily, because it is
certain ones.
quite an unusual incident to crash into the pit barrier. But Josh now comes in.
I've seen a lot of.
Boom up.
I was gonna say we did see the attempted overtake from Solberg on Soren 2 at China. I remember. So, yeah, there was that. You know what? I've seen some crazy things this season, but crazy enough, Lojovic, Joshua, double stack.
Josh another set of mediums. Lojovic onto the mediums. So Josh definitely isn't going to the end. Lojovic could. Navek's definitely not. These are the softs.
Chat. Let's get your predictions. Let's get your predictions for the rest of the race. We've seen 2 safety cars. Jeddah, we only seen about, I don't know, 8 green flag laps of racing, and race full of safety cars. Do we get another one after this, guys? I mean, what do you guys think? We have 14 viewers, 14 people who have a say. Let us know what you think in chat, and let us know what you think of this race so far, because you know what? With a couple races left during the season, it could go either way between McLaren or Mercedes in the constructors, in the combined. That is, and Red Bull Williams, still a long way to go, but Jesse's the one out for Williams, so you know what? Red Bull advantage right now for them.
Yep, most definitely, but the actually it's quite a close battle between McLaren and Mercedes at the moment regarding the combined, because Haas-Boomer is in the lead, and well, and Clarkson would lose quite a bit of time because of course the 5 seconds.
Right.
So right now, advantage McLaren. Well, they gain points back from the points that they lost in Tier 3.
Right, yeah. Don't remind me.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh god. But
lucky enough, it was a win for Riles, though. So you know what?
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Oh yeah. So you guys did basically half the gap to the combined. It's going to be close going into the final round of Brazil. I don't think we've ever had a combined this close, ever. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just laughing at the fact I'm going through Twitter during this, safety car break, and I saw from the post-race. Sorry, I was just going to mention this quickly. I saw from the post-race at Baku, they added on the thing, please do not swear in the cooldown room. Sorry, I just had to laugh at that. Anyway, safety car restart. Here we go. I'm sorry, I can't.
As if. Right, let's go then. Oh, Navek crashing into his brother. Oh my god, that's going to be a bit. Here we go then. Josh with a 3-second interestingly as they now come on to lap 11. Haas-Boomer's got a decent restart. Darrell's got past RJ going into turn 1. Oh. Meanwhile, Sam the Nick is all over the back of Clarkson, and Spriggsy is also there as well. Doing some very creative track limits. Trying to go up the inside. Clarkson with some very interesting defending as Spriggsy almost into the back of Sam then, coming into the hairpin
back of the field, not turn his brother again.
7. Oh dearie me, that they are going side by side. Then as Darrell now is past Lock Smasher, so Lock Smasher not doing anything to help his teammate with
much argy-bargy for the back of the field.
I know. Lojovic and Navek, the two brothers, go side by side.
Oh my god.
Oh, this is close.
We're good.
Lojovic gets it though.
They were, you know what? So many drivers got so close to hitting each other at the chicane there. I was so surprised how many did not hit one another until the second part of the chicane. Of course, it is.
Soren's very close to the back of Spriggsy now. So all of a sudden, Soren's got some really good pace.
It's all clicking off.
Well, as we know, his race pace is much better than his quali pace, and he is really pushing for it right now.
Oh my god. Argy-bargy. Find a way to get through. Navek has let Angelo through at the back of the field. Oh my goodness. You know what? 13 runners in this race, not even halfway. We still got a long way to go, Aid. And you know what? if you want to get to the front of the field, I guess RG Bargy out of the way you go. That's the way it seems from these drivers in the midfield.
Oh, Lojovic passed his teammate now. Don't know. You must have let him through, because you do not make an overtake into 19. it is impossible.
Maybe next
especially
game
on this layout. Yeah, on the next game it could be, but I don't. It's not possible.
Oh, right there, that was close.
RJ and Luck Smasher going for it. That's close between Josh, and he's losing all sorts of positions as Angelo now gets them as well. The two Rebels losing a couple of positions each as Tunable Sky is now past Soren.
I think that aneurysm gets...
happened to Soren because he's lost a second to Sprigley.
Sorry. I think that aneurysm gets worse lap by lap. I mean, everybody's just getting so close and close and close to contact. I'm surprised we haven't seen any yet, but here we go. Lojovic down the inside of RJ.
Oh, he's close. That's very, very late on the brakes for Lojovic. Has to use first gear to get the car turned in, but he gets that one with a well-timed dive there. Hasbroom is not getting away from Clarkson.
Oh, Joshua Stephen back at it on RJ at the chicane. There's a bit of touching, by the way, but Joshua Stephen gets ahead.
They both survive. Oh boy, this is the type of racing I wanted to see in Jeddah.
You know what? That RG Bargy is okay, you know what? Because you know what, everybody finds it fair, you know, and that's okay, you know. But when you result in drivers going into a wall, they're being pushed completely off the track, that's a bit of a different scenario. And so far, we've seen a bit better than Jeddah.
Oh, Clarkson with a big slide. Sorry, Ryan. Bloody hell.
Oh, good.
Clarkson with a massive slide out of the final corner, and that now allows Hasboomer to get away. My God, how did he save that?
Don't go to the race like I did. That's all I gotta say.
No.
Or else you won't hear about it.
We did that out the final corner.
Or else you won't hear about it. Yeah. Or else you won't hear about it for the next. Well, you won't hear the end of it for the next couple days. So you know what? Fair enough.
Until F122 comes out, probably.
As long as if I win Brazil, maybe I will not hear the end of it. But if I don't, then yeah, I won't hear the end of it.
Here comes Sky now on Sprigsy. Going down to 8, he gets right up to the blue painting on the outside.
Ooh.
And Sky, does he get through on Sprigsy? Sprigsy keeps his nose in, and Sky somehow makes that work. These guys are right on the ragged edge, and I am loving it.
Yeah, I mean, fair play. I mean, he challenged back at the braking. Do I think he should have challenged back at maybe the second part of the chicane? Probably not, because he would have the best advantage for DRS. But hey, it worked out a bit better actually, because he didn't end up in the wall, and I thought he would have ended up around. So fair play that he didn't end up in the wall. And you know who's been quiet about this on 10-lap mediums? Soren. He's right in the back of this. He's keeping it clean, and he's ahead of his rival Daryl. He's
doing everything he needs to do right now. He doesn't need a push. He's just all he knows is if Daryl gets third or lower, he won't win the championship. So he's got a. No, Daryl won't win the championship. So Hasboomer then with the fastest lap again. He's really pushing on now as the American finally out of the 1 second window from Clarkson on that lap. Sam the Nick now is well, he's out of the 1 second window now, so they're starting to spread out a little bit. I am surprised that there are less spins in this race than there were in Tier 3. Clearly they learned a lot from the tyre pressures.
Oh, I totally learned a lot.
Turns 2 and 3 haven't really been a problem.
Well, speaking of collisions, RJ just ran right in the back of Joshua there at the hairpin. I guess he just didn't expect the way he broke. Because now, as Luck Smasher joins back, now he has the chance into the chicane, moving a bit on the straight, trying to break the toe. But here comes RJ. He's ahead before the braking zone. Will Joshua challenge back? No, he will not. But, we have...
Oh, Daryl, as he now goes to the back. Sky has spun it. Daryl and Lojovic going at it, as now RJ is now throwing all three of them.
Oh my God!
We've got some serious lag there. I mean, Lojovic's now through on. I don't know what's happened to RJ. What's going on? The times are really bugging.
Yeah, I think that was worse. Well, it's because Luck Smasher joined back. I think that was worse on my screen from that than your screen, Aid. I saw a lot of interesting things there.
I was a little bit worried I'd lagged out.
No, you're
there,
good. Don't worry.
there,
RJ
there,
at the back
because,
of another Aston Martin. That's
because of all
Logivic,
the
and
lag
here's
going on there.
Joshua down the inside in the third sector. Will we see an overtake here? He's around the outside still, banging wheels.
We put
Now
him
here
way
comes
off.
Sky back at it. Sky's down the
Oh,
inside, hanging around the outside.
Get
is the Aston
messy.
Martin. Sky gets through.
How-
Oh boy.
How did he get that then?
Oh.
All right then, fair enough. I mean, yeah, that was good, but that's helped Soren because he's now up into P4. He's in a comfortable P4 actually, but Spriggsy is all over the back of him now. Sprigsy's internet actually not being dead for once, and he is going for it. It's Has Boomer.
Oh,
Has
no!
Boomer is crashed on the exit of 7, and that is now a safety car. Huge for the combined.
Just past
Huge.
halfway. Just past halfway. And when we thought we could see his first win today, out completely. That's how quick these Tier 4 races change, Abe. You think you're leading? You think you have a chance to win? You think it could be just straight home to here from the finish to where you could take it patiently? No, out of the race. I cannot believe that. I seriously cannot. I'm getting chills from that.
No, it's exactly like the Corvette was this morning, just absolutely, just out in an instant, and incredibly unfortunate for Has Boomer. Then he was driving such a good race, and unfortunately he just dropped it on the exit of the of a traction zone, and that now puts Clarkson up into first, and incredible for Mercedes now, because as it would stand, I think they'd overtake McLaren in the combined.
Drive through for Lux Smasher. That's not good for Red Bull's sake and the, constructors. Clarkson's pitting, by the way, and I would expect the rest of the field to do so. All on the
Probably
medium
onto another
tire,
set of
possibly.
mediums.
Maybe,
I'd say.
by the way, maybe softs. We did see Kyogre do this in Tier 2 yesterday in the social race. He did get caught at the end.
Or Harry
but,
do this in Tier 3.
Right, he was able to go to soft. He was able to go to softs. He did have the pace advantage at the beginning. Was able to pull a gap, but got caught at the end though. So we'll see if anybody does it. I doubt anybody does. RJ and Sky do stay out though, and Angelo does get a 5-second for speeding in the pits. Daryl does it though. Here we go. Daryl does it.
Yep, and he's now going to be through. This is going to be legit 4th for Soren, maybe even on the podium, and Daryl. I don't know how Navet's got 18 seconds worth of pains. I've just noticed that.
Just finish the race, honestly. Well, you know what? He does have the 5-second. He does have the 10-second at the start, and he does have 8 seconds applied with it. No, 3 seconds for track limits. That's what I think it's from. Because at the start, he made a big mistake by going straight on and not stopping completely. If that's a corner where you just need to kind of stop, I guess, to not get the penalty, and then go on and re-enter safely. But he didn't do that. He got out a lot more ahead of the car he was just barely ahead of. So I think it's fair that it's a penalty, but it should probably be reduced. If he asks for it to be reduced, then fair enough.
Yeah, I don't know.
Should be reduced at least. I don't think it should be like removed completely. That's my thoughts. And you know what? I know a lot of people mentioned, hey, you had a little bit of Mercedes bias toward a couple people, and Clarkson negatively and maybe Novak positively. You know what? I'm just gonna put that out there. I'm not just gonna completely, be biased to Mercedes the whole time. That's the way it is. I do think it should get reduced, but I don't think it should be removed because he did gain time from it, but clearly not 10 seconds, we know. It should be reduced to regular track limit penalty, like a 3-second. That's what it should be, in my opinion. But whatever the stewards choose is whatever we'll see post-race. And you know what? If Mercedes do not score points somehow from this, they do have the pole point to go off of with Clarkson, so they automatically are going to outscore McLaren anyway. But just it's a matter of how much. Because you know what? Tier 2 being canceled, I should say, in a social race instead. Where did McLaren finish in the Tier 3 race, by the way? Aid, where'd McLaren driver finish? Lower end of the points, probably, right? Lower end of the points, maybe.
I don't think they scored in Tier 3 because
regardless,
I think because I know Reptar and Alicio didn't race. They might not have even been a McLaren in the race.
There was one, I want to say. Maybe F1 boy. F1 boy usually is a McLaren. He was in there a little bit, maybe.
Abra doesn't really race.
Was it Hot Boomer who was in there? Because he raced.
I
maybe?
can't remember.
I don't remember, but I know.
All I know is
was,
Haas Boomers have very bad luck
right.
recently.
Well, he did race the tier 3 as I mentioned of Haas Boomer, but
Yeah.
if there was a McLaren in there, it was bottom half of the points. So we'll say that's about 20 points there they gain, and today at least it'll be one, so that's about 21. Yeah, I mean this is going to be close into the final race with the final weekend of races, because you know what, it could go either way, and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, but as it would stand, going to Brazil, of course, this is disregarding Clarkson's 5 second at the moment. If it would stay like this, Mercedes would be 1 point ahead of McLaren going into Brazil in the combined.
That's crazy.
1 point.
Come on, Mercedes! Come on!
Mental.
There you go. There's my bias.
Absolutely mental. I have never seen a combined this close in GSR before.
Yeah, not GSR, no.
And I kind of put that down to the fact that we didn't have team leaders, but
sure.
That's not my not my call. But anyway, here we go then.
You know what?
Oh my god, I can't believe that. I cannot believe that.
I can't believe the fact that Haas Boomer is out of the race. He looked like he was so far in front. I mean, he was 2 seconds in front, but it was one of his best drives so far. He did what he could. So you know what? Although Sky's got to catch up to the car in front of RJ, he's doing that now. RJ still has to control the field very relatively well. And Williams, by the way, have an advantage from this 8 in the regular Tier 4 constructors, because right now they'd be leading it.
Yes, they would. Even though Jezzy 2 is out, RJ would be. Yeah, RJ would be. He would actually get Williams a bit of a lead in the constructors. But here we go then. 11 laps to go. Third safety car. I'm actually not screaming at the screen this time because it's actually been a pretty decent race so far. Don't know what Angelo and Lojovic are doing, but here we go then. RJ then with a brilliant restart, already 1.1 seconds ahead of Sky off the safety car restart. He has to slow down a little bit because I think he went a little bit too early, but we've got a bit of contact there between Spriggsy and Navek going into turn 1. Sam the Nick then going side by side with Clarkson, but Darrell then now. RJ spun. RJ, he spun off the safety car restart.
And Soren.
Soren!
No! Unbelievable!
Oh.
This changes dramatically for Red Bull and the constructors. Now they're relying off Lock Smasher. Oh my god!
Wait, hang on. If Darrell if he gains 2 more positions, the championship will go down to Brazil.
Unbelievable. He's already going to gain
no luck here in Abu Dhabi.
He's already going to gain
just gone out again.
Sorry, he's already going to gain one with Clarkson's 5 seconds, so he's already up to the podium.
And Darrell's on the softs.
Yeah, exactly.
He's going to have more grip.
So will Joshua, who's going to help him hopefully with his penalty and gaining on the softs.
Oh my god.
Unbelievable.
I thought Soren had it in the bag, but no. All of a sudden, no, not now, because thing is, Clarkson, he has a 5 second, and if he can either get past Spriggsy or Sky, that's second, which would be enough to take it to Brazil.
Unbelievable. I cannot believe what I've seen, because this race just flops that quickly. Darrell has lost himself out of a second, and you know what? Darius will be enabled next lap, but he can't lose his time again if he wants to keep himself in the fight for the championship. 2 tenths for the lead.
Oh my god! To be honest, I don't think I've ever seen a GSR Championship won where the champion is retired and still won. So,
God,
this could be a first and not a good one, as Darrell loses a hell of a lot of time through turn 2 and 3. RJ and Navet now in, and yeah, the constructors. Well, actually, now think about it, it won't make much difference, because it'll mean now that Lock Smasher has a drive-through, so that'll mean now Williams effectively only gained 1 point on Red Bull. So now think about it, it won't make much difference whatsoever.
It won't, but the thing is, though, it's like Post-race
What could have
penalties,
been, I
though,
guess.
Aid. You know, post-race penalties. Could we see drivers have penalties coming their way? Also, Novak has got 13 seconds where RJ's got 10. So you know what? That could play a difference too.
Into
I don't know.
Three-way chicane. But we need to keep an eye on the gap between Darrell and Clarkson, because if anything, that could be the gap. I'll double check the championship real quick, because I cannot remember the exact amount of points. I'll have a look.
Still close for the lead, by the way, between Clarkson and Sky. And the good thing for Clarkson, though, is luck smasher, by the way, another 3 seconds. With Joshua 6 seconds,
lot of lag
by
from
the way.
Sprigsy there.
With Joshua 6 seconds, Clarkson would only be down to 5th right now with his 5 seconds. So you know what? It's, I would say, no pain, no gain. But you know what?
Yeah.
He doesn't lose a whole lot. So
Well,
I think
top
that's the
three
best part about
pushing each other, basically.
Yeah, I mean, they push each other around the whole circuit.
I know, this is fantastic stuff. As Springsteen might try it up the inside. He has got a bit of lag, so it is unclear as to whether he's in there or not.
Wow.
He's got quite bad lag at the moment. So is Darrell within DRS? I don't think DRS is quite active yet. No, it's not. Actually, yes, it is.
Here we go.
Here comes Clarkson now on tunable Sky. Round the outside. Does Clarkson get it done on the brakes? You bet he does.
Good,
And he
now
is now
pull the 5
up
seconds. Come on.
into the lead.
This
He's
is
now
what he
got to
needs.
pull 5 seconds.
This is what he needs. It's crucial for him because you know what? Even though he's on the fresher tires, Sky isn't. If Sky is a pain to the... Oh, here we go. Outside.
Guys coming back at him.
Right.
Round the outside. Side by side between these two. And Sky gets it back. So
Now it's
Sky
5
then
cars.
not taking no for an answer. Brilliant stuff there.
Oh, Sprigsy. There you go. There's the
Springsy gets to
penalty.
3 seconds.
He
That
ran a bit wide. He's getting challenged. Darrell down the inside. Okay.
That's a legit second for Darrell. That's enough.
Right,
But
exactly.
Take it to Brazil.
And this puts 6 cars now, 8 in the fight. 6 cars as Naviak has been spotted. Naviak has spotted again, yeah. 6 cars in the fight for this lead again. This is incredible. And you know what? The worst tires out of this whole top 5 is Sky. And why is that important? Why did I mention that? Because if Clark was able to get ahead of him and pull that 5 second, or at least try to pull that 5 second, you know what? Sky is on the older tires, so Clark has to get by here if he wants to have a chance to even pull that 5 second. And he has more of a chance to do so considering Clark does not have any track limit penalties, and you have guys behind him. 3 second penalties, 6 second penalties. You know what? He has a better chance to do so now than he did before.
Yeah, because as it would stand, Darrell, he would be exactly 27 points behind Soren going into Brazil. So it wouldn't be enough for Soren to close this out. As Sprigsy around the outside of Clarkson, then now going into turn 7 and 8. The question is, can Darrell's tyres hold on? It certainly looks that way, as we've now got a big battle here for the lead. As Sky, then he might get caught up in all of this, and he could go 3 wide. There's a lot of lag there. Round the outside goes Darrell. He's got to be careful. There's a lot of lag there between Sky and Sprigsy, but Sprigsy somehow has got that one. But
yeah. He lagged through him there. Lagged through him.
Yeah.
No.
Not entirely sure if that's legal, but you know. But Sprigsy's now up into the lead, but he's got that 3 seconds as a result of that. But of course, Darrell ahead of him. He's got a driver on very worn tyres. He's got to drive with a 5 second penalty. So
Sam Nick and RJ
Clarkson
is another
has to
battle,
get
by
past
the way.
Sky.
Sam Nick got by. That's, by the way, I just want to mention that is definitely crucial for any sort of penalty removals or anything regarding the Constructors' Championship.
Yeah, indeed it is. But at the moment, Clarkson, I don't think would be on the podium.
Oh no,
Darrell's in the wall. Just as I said. So that is fantastic news for Soren now.
Let alone Clarkson for the 5
Soren
seconds.
can now breathe.
Let alone Clarkson, because he's still going to be up in the top 5. Sky's left the session. I'll get him back in, but that's unbelievable.
Here comes Clarkson now on Sky. Sky's now left. And that now means that Clarkson is now up into second. Back up into second, I should say. And he is now trying to go chase after Sprigsy. But that surely must now mean as long as there's not another safety car, that Soren is the champion, surely. Because Daryl, he can't gain that back, surely.
Pending post-race penalties, you don't know, but he does have damage from the looks of it, and that is what it looked like the lap I was on board with him. Yeah, actually, that is a lot of damage, a lot of in-plate damage. Actually, no front wing. I'm sorry, but
no front wing. There you go.
Yeah, I mean, just when you think it's going right for you, boom, that happens. You know what? These races change so quickly. I'm just so amazed. By the way, Sam Nick by the Alfa Romeo. The Alfa Romeo's been spun of Angelo, and RJ goes ahead as well. Reset the track from Angelo. You're not allowed to do that. Oh boy. I will make sure I get a clip of that.
Point out, Lojovic is on course to be on the podium again.
Again, exactly.
Again, yeah. In an equally crazy race to Jeddah, Lojovic is on for third again.
Yeah, if he can gain a second back, he'll be on for second. Sky is probably gonna have that timing glitch that we usually see, so we'll have to make sure he gets reinstated to the position he should be in. But unbelievable turn of events. You know what? I'm speechless, Sade.
Now I think about it, that's actually crucial for Aston because I was counting Aston out in this race, but all of a sudden they could honestly after this race be in the lead of the Tier 4 constructors because of the 4th and 5th they've got right now.
That's true. And by the way, Clarkson is haunted.
Oh,
Spriggs down.
Sky spun now.
Unbelievable. Now that's Lojovic up into a net P2.
All of a sudden, all the mistakes are starting to happen. So,
I was just gonna say, Clarkson literally was out of DRS and ran down Spriggsy for this lead. I know that he does have the 5-second heading into this race, Clark does, but the thing is that 3-second for Spriggsy, if he does pressurize him, Clark can pressurize him into a spin. Clark can also pressurize him into another penalty. You know what? Could still be on for a podium. I don't know if he will, but
Josh
there is a
in
chance.
Now. Okay. Don't know why.
Okay.
Okay then.
That's
so
weird.
That now means Lojovic's up into a legit second.
Yeah, he's been into a legit second because he had the 6-second. He's got damage, I think. No, he doesn't. Never mind. Sorry. Josh was just regularly pitting for the softs. I apologize. I thought he had damage.
Yeah.
Looked like they were out to repair his front wing, but no, they're not. And Clark,
so he's going to be ahead of Sam, well ahead, so he won't really lose a lot of time. So 3rd and 5th now for the Aston boys, meaning 25 points. Red Bull have, well 0. And, so as it stands, Aston will take the lead of the Tier 4 constructors going into Brazil.
What?
I don't understand where this is going.
You know what?
This is mental. Absolutely mental.
Licio and I were talking about this at the start of the season. Me and him were going back and forth between trying not to curse an Aston or a Mercedes. But I remember that even in Tier 2, Aston were up there at the time. Aston in Tier 4, they're up there at the time. Aston have been back and forth this whole season. In these last 2 races, it looks like, besides Lojovic's podium, it looked like they were out of it. But now they're back in this 8, and this is going to be a fight to the final race. It may not be a fight to the final race for Daryl and Soren, but it will be a fight for their respective teams and others for the Constructors' Championship in these final races. That's for sure. Because you know what? Williams with RJ, right now, if you look at the way things stand, RJ is only going to score a matter of 4 points for Williams, while Red Bull, none for them. And Williams, yeah, I mentioned them already. Yeah, exactly. Aston Martin takes the complete advantage of this. I'm amazed.
Yeah. It gets crazier because do you want to know how many points they'll the top 3 teams will be with 2. Each other going to Brazil? 2
points.
9.
Oh, 9. Yeah. Top 3 teams, you said?
Mental. Top 3 teams, 9 points separating each other going into Brazil.
Combined's going to get even closer because guess what? Clark has almost got himself out of a 5-second range from Lojovic, and if he can just pressure Spriggsy here, into a 6-second penalty if he gets any warnings, or let's say Sprigsy spins out. Clark's still on for this. By the way, that last lap, Sprigsy picked up a another warning in that 3 seconds. So if he gets 2 more warnings, there you go.
Yeah. So as it would stand, Mercedes would lead the combined on 790, and McLaren would be in second on 786.
I might have a heart attack after this.
Oh my God, this is absolutely mental. We're gonna have a crazy final race this season at Brazil. I personally thought it would be all chill. No, absolutely not. Because although the drivers might be wrapped up, the teams absolutely not.
I might not like the driving standards aspect of Tier 4, but I love the chaos because you just don't know what can happen. And you know what? It goes back and forth each second between these guys. And speaking of that, Clarkson almost at a DRS. He's almost lost it, but he has just barely. Never mind, not now. He was pulling that 5-second gap to Lojovic. Now, not anymore. So you know what? I'm telling you right now, these races go back and forth so easily that just makes you want to tune in to Tier 4 for that sake of it. The driving standards may not be the best, but it has improved from the last 2 weeks. That's a positive. And
the unpredictability. That's what makes Tier 4.
Exactly. Clark has just barely kept himself within DRS. He's going to get double DRS, by the way, because I'm sure he'll keep himself within for the next straight. Both the 2 leaders below 10% actually make that the top 3.
But as it would stand, Spriggsy would win his. He would take his first GSR win ahead of Clarkson, only just. And then it will be Lojovic. A matter of fact, no, not anymore, because it's a pendulum that's swinging back and forth between Lojovic and Clarkson. Clarkson has the advantage at the moment, but of course because Clarkson is behind Spriggsy, that is a great advantage for Lojovic. We now head on to the final 2 laps. Clarkson is now really close to the back of the hash. Not that it will make any difference. Unless Clarkson get 2 seconds ahead of that Haas.
Oh, yellow flag, by the way, that's Sam the Nick around.
Sam
that will help RJ's stance because Sam the Nick had less penalties. And Daryl's too, by the way. On the final lap now, Abe.
Yeah, but no, second to last.
Oh, sorry. Wow. Yeah, I'm really out of it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. But all that does now is it simply just closes up the championship even further. That's all it does.
Yeah, so, exactly.
But thinking about it, Daryl, he will overtake RJ, so it won't make any difference anyway.
Yeah, and Clarkson keeping this gap that changes Merck's total points from 16 to 19. Actually, I'm going to say 20 because Clark got pole. So you know what? That's even perfect. Here's his chance for a move and maybe pressurizing him. He's closer now, but he has to let off. He lets off so early.
But thing is, you don't necessarily want to be making that move there.
Double DRS, right?
You kind of want to make it there, yeah. As I think.
Daryl's out! Daryl's out!
Oh my God!
No!
And that it's now all over, and that now means that RJ he would now be 6th, which as a result would close up the constructors even further. I'll calculate that after the race, but the thing is, that now means we won't announce it yet. I'll leave it now, and that now means that Red Bull would gain a point as well, so it would further close up the constructors.
I know Billy mentioned in chat, Clark's not going to overtake someone who's been glitching, but the thing is, if he doesn't overtake him, if Lojovic puts out a good last lap here, right, he won't win the race, but he could obviously pressurize him in the 6 seconds, though. And it's one to the final lap now. Spriggsy, if he gets 2 warnings in his last lap, yep, there you go.
And Josh, did they make contact?
Yeah. So, no, if Spriggsy does get pressured into 2 warnings here, that would be an advantage for Clark, which is why I'm saying that's why Clark needs to attack. He needs to make sure he can pressurize him. Oh my God.
And his tyres are going to be, well, saying that though, he doesn't really have to worry about RJ because RJ's got 13 seconds. But to be honest, this has been leaps and bounds better than Jeddah, simply because of how much it sets up Brazil. It's going to be an incredible fight between Aston, Red Bull, and Williams for the Tier 4 constructors, and of course for the combined. But
Yo, flag.
Clarkson,
Oh my
RJ's
God.
now out.
Unbelievable.
So that now means that Williams are going to be at a disadvantage now in the constructors. And that now means Merck will get even more points courtesy of Navek.
Let's go.
So and Red Bull. So that that now means that side by side between Josh and Sky. Josh all over the curbs, but we're gonna have to go back to the to the lead battle as Sprigsy then is going to take a brilliant first win in GSR. Even though his internet may not have always been the best, he has managed the pace brilliantly today, and he is going to win for the first time in the league in Abu Dhabi, with Clarkson being a legit second, and then Lojovic on the podium somehow
again.
In P3.
We still have battle for P4.
Tunable Sky then he will be P4 on penalties with Joshua Stephen in P5, which means Aston Martin will be in the lead of the constructors going to Brazil. Then Angelo will be 6th, 7th will be Navek, 8th will be Sam the Nick, 9th will be Luck Smasher. But
it's close.
But oh god, yeah, it is very close. But that now means that finally Dark Soren is the official Tier 4 Season 4 Drivers Champion. He has finally officially done it. There's absolutely nothing that can take it away from him now. And the German now has finally achieved the glory in the darkness. And what a weekend to do it as well. I know for a fact he's oh god. Yeah. Side by side, and he's going to get that one anyway because Navek's got a huge amount of pens. Right. So Navek then will be in 8th and Luxbash in P9. But Soren then it's an ideal time for him to win the championship. Not only because we have a night race, but also he is such a massive endurance fan, and to do this on the weekend of the 24 Hours of Le Mans is it'll be incredibly sweet for him to do that, and he has officially done it now. Lock Smasher then will come home in 9th to mean that it will be very close between Red Bull and Aston going into the final race at Brazil, with Williams not too far behind. But let's get him in, Ryan, because that was that was actually a really amazing race. I got to say, what a bounce back from Jeddah that was.
Yeah, much cleaner race. I mean, there still can be improvements. I know people speak about it in the Tier 4 chat, but hey, much cleaner than Jeddah, much cleaner than the USA. That's what we needed, what we wanted. And you know what? We have a constructors fight for Tier 4. We have a combined constructors fight. It's all kicking off, Fade. We have one more race to go on the game cycle.
Yeah.
Last time on F1 2021 next week at Brazil. You know what? If you're choosing to leave the stream early, make sure you tune in then, because that will be the final races of season 8 of GSR. And don't miss out on these interviews from the podium and our champion.
Just thought I'd say 5 points as it would stand, but between Mercedes and McLaren going into Brazil for the combined. Unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. I could only have imagined a combined being as close as this, and boy are we gonna get it, because my god is it gonna be a phenomenal fight.
I hope it is. I hope it stays that way. If it doesn't by the end of the Tier 3 or Tier 2 race, then well, at least we had something to go down to the final weekend. That's the good part.
But all I'm saying, Ryan, is the pressure's on for Brazil now.
Know it. I'm practicing 10 hours a week. No, I'm kidding. I'm really not gonna do 10 hours a week.
Oh boy. So I'm Clarkson. I'm guessing you're aware of your 5 second.
Yeah. Congratulations, guys, on the podium.
Yeah.
Deserved. All of you.
Clarkson, could you mute your mic for a second?
Well, Abe,
All right, then.
I just gotta say before we get to the interviews, that race with the podium there, I probably would have only expected maybe 1 or 2 of the drivers who were on it to be on it, because you know what? That race flipped and turned, and you know what? Only for what Brazil could offer for that constructor fight. Interesting. So interesting.
Yeah, most definitely. We'll wait for Soren to get in here because you know he is the man of the hour. But we'll start off then with our 3rd place finisher then. Logivic, I bet you weren't expecting that again, and once again it was another crazy race.
Yes, another one.
There you go.
I'll take it. And another couple of points. Along the way, it was great because me and my teammate were doing team orders the whole way, switching around. And then, obviously, my mum, she could see the chat, so she told me to tell Josh that Mac told him to go and get the fastest lap, and he went and did it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's another point for the team. So I think that takes us to 2nd in the constructors.
1st. You're leading, lad.
Oh, let's go.
By I think it's by 7 points over Red Bull going into Brazil. So it's mighty close.
I will take that. Yeah, I'll have to tell the team about that. Yeah, brilliant race overall for both of them. At one point, Josh was actually leading, so it was like using team orders as well. So because we both get to have the same fair share in the team, we like to spread things out equally. So if he feels like he's quicker, I let him through, vice versa. But overall, I think I drove a really good race today. I only got 1 warning and kept it clean, so I'm glad about that. I did a rival, so yeah, I'm happy with that. So yeah. Overall, this week it wasn't down to luck, and
Yeah, it was actually a really, really clean race from you, and of course you got to do it again next week though, because the pressure is on. Because not gonna lie, it's I don't think Red Bull will be showing you any mercy next race. So it's going to be a titanic fight between you guys, Williams and Red Bull for that constructors.
Yeah, I was just about to say we don't want to take out the Williams, because they have 2 really good drivers, as well as Red Bull. But I hope that me and Josh can keep it normal and we can do well. But I'm just so happy about back-to-back podium.
Yeah, you've improved massively considering where you started. You've now got 2 podiums on the trot. You're in effect doing a Ryan. You're getting those podiums back to back. Speak of the devil, Ryan, do you have any questions for Logivic?
Logivic, unbelievable race, by the way. That's your let me just think. That is your 2nd podium now, and that's your 2nd podium in a row. Aston Martin, as H said, lead the Constructors' Championship into the final race. Your 2 podiums have helped them out so much in these last couple of races. First off, I should say, how happy are you to take the podium? And second off, I want to ask, how happy are you to give them the chance to fight for this Constructors in the final race now with your double podium?
I'm extremely grateful, actually, because it was like I've had 2 different teammates this season. I had Irish, who was really quick, so he taught me a couple of things. But when Josh joined, we managed to work a couple of things. But because when Irish he was another league ahead of me, so it was like when Josh joined, we're around the same pace. So if we can stay like that, then we can use that as an advantage. And yeah, we obviously have, because well, you know, we are where we are now because of that.
Congratulations, man! You really deserve that podium. And you know what? If you keep this coming, that first win's gonna be soon. Good job.
Thank you.
So we now move on to Clarkson. Let's start off with that battle between yourself and Spriggsy, because it it was quite a battle between you guys at the front.
Yeah, well, I wasn't gonna fix Pixie. 1 minute he was on the left of me, 1 minute he was behind me. And front, he was all over the shop. His internet needs a test. He's gonna get a penalty for that. He was blocking me the whole way. I think this is podium. I'll take it. It's good points for Merck's constructors. I'm happy to bring it home.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys know, but you've just taken the lead of the combined by 5 points.
Oh, that's
so
great
it's
relief.
it's gonna be Titanic between you and McLaren going into the final race.
Yeah. I mean, I can't say anything. I'm just really happy about the podium, and hopefully Brazil's gonna be a good race next week.
Yeah, I haven't really got much more to say, to be honest. Ryan, any questions for Clarkson?
2 quick questions, Clarkson. This is the first time Mercedes leads the combined constructors since Portimao back at round 3, which I just find impressive that it's been that long. But McLaren, they've led a lot of the way through. 2 things I want to know. How happy are you that it helps the combined sake? And secondly, were you thinking of possibly forcing Spriggsy no mistake there in the couple of laps? I mean, he had 2 more warnings before he gets another penalty, and that would have been a win for you if you pressured him in no mistake. Were you thinking about that
Congrats
at all?
everyone.
I mean, Spriggsy, I couldn't really overtake him because he was glitching everywhere. He held me up a lot, so I couldn't overtake him. I've got a clip, so I'm going to send it to Stewart's, but I'm really happy Mercedes are ahead now, the constructors, and hopefully we can win them.
Sir, great. Congratulations on the podium.
Thank you.
Alright then, so we'll now move on to our race winner today. Could you mute your mic again, Clarkson?
Yeah, just a little echo. That's all.
Alright, so we now move on to our race winner then, Spriggsy. Although your internet may be a little bit dodgy, that was a cracking defence from you today.
No, I wouldn't really call it a race win. I don't know, it was fun the first few laps, and then because I was having a battle with Sam, which I thought was like there, and then the safety car came. I don't know. It's really annoying. I'm not one bit happy at all. There's light class. Probably gonna get a Hello.
Oh yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, sorry. Probably gonna get a penalty for something that I can't control. So it is annoying, but it is what it is. I'll just try and see if I can fix it. Might just have to.
Yeah, if it's out of your control, then you know there's not entirely a lot you can do about it. You know,
Yeah, I do.
It was good for us at least.
Yeah,
On the
I feel bad.
it was a close battle between you and
because,
sorry, Clarkson. Not even TOK connection. Never mind. Ryan, any questions for Spriggsy?
I think I'm just gotta check post-race pens, of course. If you keep the win, Haas stay in this fight for the last race for the constructors, just barely, by the way. I mean, mathematically, if you guys can win, I mean, mathematically, you guys probably can. It just depends on post-race pens or post-race appeals. Only just, by the way, yeah. But realistically, do you guys have the chance? Maybe not as much. So I gotta ask, Haas's chance to possibly take a top 5 or maybe a top 3 at constructors. What are you hoping to do for them next week at Brazil? Do you think that's possible?
I mean, if my internet's terrible, then probably nothing. But I do hope I can race next week. But I ain't got a clue at the moment. So yeah, I probably will practice, but I don't be surprised if I'm not there because I don't want to be having this every week.
Right. I was just gonna say congratulations on the podium if it does stay that way, and congratulations on the win for now. I also was just gonna suggest, you know, if you do end up still lagging or anything like that, or your internet is fine, it was just today, I would just recommend restarting your Xbox or internet beforehand. I had in the other league I commentated, I had one of the drivers do that, and he usually lags, and it worked a lot better for him when he restarted his internet beforehand. So just a suggestion, if they continue to allow you to race. So just thought I'd put that out there. But congrats.
Cheers. Yeah.
Yeah. And now we move on to a much happier note with finally our
I get to do it again.
Our champion. It took him took him an extra week to do it. Right. But it took him an extra week to do it. But finally, Dark Soren is our Tier 4 Season 4 Drivers Champion under the. God's sake. And Soren, if it didn't get any better, it's also on the weekend of Le Mans. It can't get much better.
It can't get much better. No.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I already had this feeling last week that something is gonna happen, which cost me the league, the win, and Daryl gifted the win to Daryl. So last week I was quite, I'm not sure if it's gonna really play out in the end, but yeah, this week I can say with acceptance it played out.
Yeah, you didn't make it easy for yourself because honestly there was one point in that race when I thought Darryl was going to take it to Brazil before he crashed.
Yeah, exactly. I thought the same. And I was like, yeah, right. I mean the chances would be pretty high as well in Brazil then, but yeah, unfortunately that was a point where everything was over.
Yeah, but your season has been it's been one to marvel at because you've got consistent podiums. You as I said last week, a highlight for me is that Monza win by under 400ths of a second. And, it's been just a fantastic season for you in general. Of course, it was likely you were going to win last race, but you unfortunately didn't due to post-race penalties. Yeah. But now I can say for definite that you are finally the deserved champion. As I said in the middle, there was one point when Darryl could have taken it, especially because Sky had very old tyres and Clarkson with that 5 second. Yeah. But in the end, too. Good point. But you've finally done it, and it must feel fantastic.
Yeah, it feels fantastic. Obviously, it's great now to see all the hard work pay out, and having a great season where all coming together, where you don't have many incidents or accidents, and now in this race there was this was an accident, unfortunately, but I think over the course of the season I kept them very much to a minimum, which helped me to win this title. And it obviously feels great to just feels now the I don't know the word right now, everything now I can just relax now and no, it's over and the title is mine. And unfortunate for Daryl obviously, and Sam as well. He had a great season too, but sometimes it goes this way, sometimes it goes the other way. We never know who will, we will know in a few months who will win the next season, but it could play the other way around, and I'm gonna have a lot of bad luck then, and Sam or Daryl gonna win, or someone else like Lojovic having a good races now recently. You never know, and this season it plays out my way.
Yeah. But you're not quite out of the woods yet because Red Bull are only 2 points ahead of Aston going into Brazil. 2 points. I cannot believe that.
I can't either.
Bad Red Bull.
I was just I was just coming in here and we're expecting some nice post-race interviews and me being champion interviews, and then I just the first thing I hear was that Aston Martin leading the championship. I mean, where did they come from? I had a look at it before the race. It was alright, Williams is pretty close still, and Aston Martin, they're a little bit far back.
We also counted them out. Don't worry. We also counted them out, and all of a sudden they're in the lead.
Never count anyone out.
No, never ever. But
I can't believe that. I cannot believe that.
They realistically had no chance, especially with the driver lineup that we thought with Lojovic and Joshua. We didn't think that they had really any chance. I mean, just maybe a couple points for them today. No, totally not. Tier 4.
No.
Never know. Never know. So
unpredictable. Can I just say though, the finale of season 8 though is going to be an absolute banger with these championships still left. You've got you've got the combine between Mercedes and McLaren, only 5 points there, and then you've got the battle between Red Bull, Aston and Williams. Aston and Red Bull only 2 points between each other. So this is going to be absolutely mental going at Brazil. It reminds me of Tier 3 Season 3, but this time with the teams rather than the drivers.
Yeah, I know Tier 3 that season, that was their inaugural season of Tier 3. I know it didn't necessarily go down to the final race because even if they tied, I'm pretty sure. During that time, but the thing is, during that time though, it was just like 11 different winners in 12 races. Like, that was so unbelievable. It's just like with the constructors, it's like so close between every single team. It's like, you know what, you can't count anyone out. Just like Aston Martin today, we counted them out and look what happened.
I gotta say that I am so looking forward to the final round of GSR Season 8. It'll be an absolute banger, and hopefully you guys will be here to join us for that. So for now, just oh my God. I'm trying to do the outro here, Ryan. Right,
God.
I'm gonna have this all night, aren't I? Right. Oh my God.
We love you. We love you, Aid.
We're staying up for Le Mans. I'm like, seriously?
No.
Alright, so.
Hello, everybody.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Is your luck with Porsche not enough? Oh, come on.
I don't have any questions.
Then,
by the way, I just want to say congrats though. And Wrecked will feel in Tier 3, so I win on Friday. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's all I asked.
Then. So now then, that's it then for us here at Abu Dhabi. An absolute banger of a race to end off the weekend. Next weekend then we will head to Brazil for the finale of GSR Season 8 with Tier 3, the final round of Tier 3 Season 6 being at 9:45 or 4:45 EST on Friday. Then the final round of Tier 2 Season 7 at 7 UK or 2 EST on Saturday, and then finally the final round of Tier 4 Season 4 and the final round of GSR Season 8, and who will be the Tier 4 constructors and the winner of the combined. Find out in Tier 4 at 8:30 on UK on Sunday or 3:30 EST. But for now, I've been TRT 8F1. Ryan Ocon 31 has been alongside me, and we'll see you next time for the finale of GSR Season 8. Goodbye.
Goodbye.